last night I looked at my finances, I looked at my client roster, I looked at my life overall, and I realized that for years I've been calling myself mediocre, when in reality I've been building something that most people never will. So I sat down, I looked at the numbers, and evaluating my 10th year in business. I've been a small business here in Cleveland, a solopreneur, a digital marketing agency owner for 10 years now. 2026 will be my 10th year in business. And as I look past quarter one of 2026 and I sit there and I reflect a little bit, I realize that I've been having a lot of negative self-talk. I've been looking at myself in a way that I no longer resonate with, and I need to forget that old me. I need I've always wanted to rise to something great. I've always wanted to have an impact on the world, on my clients, on the people, but I also want to live a very genuine, authentic life. I want to be happy. I want to have a great family, a great vision for what I want with my life. And I keep getting this sense of I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Like it just comes out of nowhere and it hits me, and I think it might be tied to some past experiences or maybe things growing up or things that have nothing to do with business. And I have to use the creativity part of me to be able to heal that, and I need to be able to talk to people. But going back to the business, looking at this quarter and clearing 6 figures in profit after a quarter of business, I realized that, this is really something that's great. There's the results that I've been getting for years. There's a gap between that and my self-talk. And I feel like most people online, they talk about how you have to manifest and you have to think these thoughts and you have to have these amazing, beliefs and desires and all these things. And really, I'm kind of the opposite. I've had great results, but I've really struggled to get that internal game lined up. And it's something I have to be, aware of. And that feeling of mediocrity is something that follows me, and I need to shake that off. And really, I wanted to come on camera and say that I want to forget the old me, and I want to build something new, and I want to build it with you guys. I want to be transparent about it, not just another guru, not just another, manifestation, law of attraction, but actually something meaningful and real. And I know a lot of people can relate to that. So I want to talk about making a decision. I made the decision that I'm no longer going to call myself mediocre. I'm also going to have expansive views in my life and things that I want to do and create and grow. And I made, in 18 months, I think I'm going to be able to radically transform what we do, as a business, who I am as a person, and show up a little bit more authentic, a little bit more genuine, and be, that person that I really want to be. And it's not done in one night, of course, but the epiphany that I had is that by calling myself mediocre, I'm actually limiting my ability to be, great. And when I want to be great I want to be great to help people. It was the night last night I decided that I'm going to change this. I'm going to not ask for permission. And I wanted to really benefit from this inspiration. I woke up this morning, I walked my dog Aries around our neighborhood here in Timberlake, Ohio, and a song came to me. I'm a very creative person, and I wanted to share that song with you. I have to grab the lyrics here because I'm not going to be able to do this without having them in front of me. But the song is called Are We Great Yet? And it's inspired by things that I've been reading and seeing, and hopefully you guys will like it too. And I'll play a few bars of it. The killing floor is now up in the skies, and who can tell through political lies? We go to war not to kill, but to protect the man who never will be held in truth and honesty. What they ask, will you die for me? We great. is heaven sent. There's more to that. If you want to hear that, just shoot me an email. I'll send you the full thing. But, the idea of are we great yet? Obviously, I think that's going to resonate with people in different ways, but for me, it kind of comes from what I was thinking last night, which is that mediocrity. And, we can all reflect on that. And we can ask ourselves as a people, as a country, as a species, are we great yet? And what does it mean to be great? And how are we going to get there? And drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about being great, what it means to you. And I'll kind of open that discussion up.